everyone, good morning. It is going to be an awesome day. I'm going to show you everything I'm eating and we're going to talk about growing and preserving your own raspberry leaf tea and all of the health benefits. First up, I'm having my cacao husk tea this morning, and this one is for Tracy. She loved my kitty mug. There is also a matching doggy mug. Tell me that is not cute. Does it look like you? Yeah, you like it? Hey everyone, I have my first break of the day. It is noon, so I'm having my celery juice. I'm gonna enjoy it outside. It's pretty nice out. It's actually kind of cool today, but it's sunny, so it's nice. I'm out here picking some greens for our breakfast smoothie, but I just wanted to show you that my second Italian heirloom tomato is getting ripe. I have my full garden tour filmed for you guys, and it will be out on Tuesday. There's also a ton of super ripe cucumbers hanging on the vines right now, so I might grab those a little bit later. And there are my raspberries. That is the topic of the day. We're gonna come back out here a little later and talk about raspberry leaf tea. Are you go inside? Let's go. Go inside. And here's my breakfast today. It's my ultimate green breakfast smoothie, which is my favorite way to start the day. And as you guys saw, I used kale from my garden. And today I used frozen bananas. So it's gonna be extra creamy and sweet. Okay, I'm gonna make a second smoothie. This one is pretty much all strawberries with a little hemp seed, some frozen bananas. And that's kind of it. It's going to be like my strawberry milkshake. The cicadas are really going at it today. You can actually hear them on my work calls, which is hilarious. But right now, I'm having a beautiful bright pink strawberry milkshake. And it is going to be so, so good. Hey everyone, okay, it's time for our topic of today, which is all about raspberry leaf tea and the health benefits. And I am right here by my raspberry bushes. I'm going to talk about how I grow them and harvest them, and I'm going to show you how I make and save raspberry leaves for tea all year long. But I just realized that I forgot a bowl, so I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully you can hear me over the cicadas, but in addition to enjoying the delicious red raspberries, the berries that come off of this plant, which are full of antioxidants and nutrients and super sweet and delicious, you can also enjoy the tea leaves. So I have a bowl here and I'm going to show you how I harvest those. And actually the red raspberry plant, the leaves have more antioxidants than the berries. They're full of iron, magnesium, potassium, vitamin B, vitamin C. There's a lot of stuff in there. You can Google it if you want more specifics, but they're full of nutrients. So here is a new cane that's been growing. So this is a first year cane, which means it's just forming flowers. These will turn into berries in about a month or so. All the ones you just saw me picking berries off of, these are my 2-year-old canes. So raspberries are biennials. You're gonna get a harvest early from your 2-year-old canes, and then those will die and you will have to remove them. And then you will get a late harvest from your 1-year canes, and next year they will be the early harvest. So that's what's really cool about these. So as you can see, these baby leaves coming out, the baby leaves are better for tea. So I tend to leave these big older leaves that might be a little more dried out. And I like to just pick a bunch of baby leaves. You obviously don't want to overpick and hurt the plant, but given just how many stalks I have in this little 3x6 bed, I don't think there's any worry of that happening. So I'm going to harvest and show you how it goes. And you can tell which are the new leaves because they are soft. They're going to be soft compared to the older leaves, and they're also a lighter green color, and obviously they're smaller. So you can see that there are berries forming at the end of this cane, so you want to be careful when you're picking these that you're not pulling off any sections that have berries on them. Okay, so I harvested a decent sized bowl of tea leaves. Again, this is just regular red raspberry bush, and these are the leaves. It's not the official type of plant that makes tea, so this is completely caffeine free. It's an herbal tea, and you might think because it comes from the raspberry plant that it's going to taste sweet or it's going to taste like raspberries, but I would say the flavor is more like a mild green tea. So I absolutely love the flavor, and if you're trying to give up caffeinated tea, this might be a good option for you. And as you guys might know from my previous videos, this is actually 2 types of raspberry plants. The back there is a thornless vining variety, and the front is a thorned caning variety. I use the leaves from both for tea. All right, before we head back inside and I show you how to dry these and preserve them and what the final result looks like, I want to talk a little bit more about the benefits. Raspberry leaf tea is also amazing for hormone regulation for both men and women, but it's particularly amazing for women. It will help you on your period. It's also uterus toning and recommended a lot for pregnant women, and supposedly can shorten labor. Obviously, you want to work with your healthcare professional before trying herbal remedies during labor or pregnancy, but that's a really cool effect. So make sure to try this if you want the hormonal benefits, the nutrients, the antioxidants, and any of those other benefits. Okay, we're back in the house now, and I have my big bowl of red raspberry leaves. They're the baby leaves that are new. They have that bright, fresh green color, and they're soft. And I am going to use my herb drying, no energy herb drying method, and I'm going to spread them out on a cotton cloth. First though, I'm gonna make sure to give these a light rinse and let them dry a little bit. Okay, so I just gave these a quick rinse and a bit of a dry, and now I'm gonna just spread them out, give them as much room as possible on this cotton cloth. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just spread it out on a cotton cloth, and I'm gonna leave this for at least a week and make sure that these get super dry. If they're not really dry, then you might have molding problems and you'll have to throw out your leaves, which is no fun. So I make sure they get completely dry where if you touch them, they crunch and crumble. And I will show you guys a batch that I've already done this year to show you what that looks like. Okay, so here is part of my tea cabinet. This is all raspberry leaf teas. These are all lemon verbena. I make all these myself. There's some other ones here that I make myself, and then some blends that I buy. So you can do the raspberry leaf and then grind it up so it's like this, but I actually prefer now to leave it whole leaf. So I'll show you what that looks like. So here you go. Here is some of my homegrown red raspberry leaf tea, and I just leave it whole. Let me show you what this looks like up close. All right, so hopefully you can see the difference. This is the fresh leaf being dried, and you can see what it looks like once it's dried. See how crunchy? If I touch it at all, it crunches and breaks apart. That's how you know it's completely dry. So this is what it looks like when it's all done. I like to leave it whole leaf, and as I mentioned, it's delicious. It has a very mild, almost green tea type flavor. It's not sweet or berryish at all, and it's probably my all-time favorite tea. I absolutely love it. So I harvest 2 or 3 times a year, and I try to make it last until my next raspberry leaf harvest. And as I mentioned, this is full of vitamins and antioxidants. It's got vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B. It's got potassium, magnesium, it's got iron, it's got a ton of good stuff in there. It's also got more antioxidants than the berries. It's a hormone balancer. It's great for your period. It's great for pregnancy and labor, and it's just an all-around amazing herbal remedy tea. So if you're growing raspberries, do not forget to make raspberry leaf tea. And one other thing that's interesting is some people say, I know Medical Medium says it, that it's more powerful to drink this on the full moon, so you can decide if that is meaningful to you or not. So I hope you guys appreciated learning about how to make it. You're just gonna pick the baby leaves, wash and dry them, and let them get completely dry on your table on a cotton cloth. And that will take about a week, and then you just store it in a mason jar and enjoy it in hot or cold tea. But now I have to make dinner, so let's do that. First, actually, I am going to have my homegrown cucumber juice. It is my favorite thing about summer. I don't make this until it's growing in my garden, but all summer long, I will have a second green juice every day, and it's always cucumber juice from my garden. I think I'm up to almost 40 cucumbers that we picked this year, so I have no problem getting enough to make this every day. So I'm going to drink this, and for dinner, I think we're making my avocado toast. All right, I am making my raw vegan avocado toast. This is with the wrap pizza crust. I'll link to these below so you guys can get a really big discount on these. But normally I just smear it with avocado and then I add my toppings. And recently we discovered the ultimate best topping for this, and it's ridiculously good. Are you guys ready? It is my homemade kimchi. Oh my God, that doesn't sound like it goes. I put this recipe up and the avocado toast so you guys can have both of those. I will link to those in the description. But my homemade kimchi on the avocado toast is the best thing ever. So I'm gonna set that up, and that's what we're having for dinner tonight. So here we go, it's all set. It's creamy, it's savory, it's spicy, it's crunchy. It's got just, honestly, the flavor is so ridiculous. I can't even tell you guys how good this all goes together. I know it sounds like the weirdest combo, but I guess you have to like kimchi. If you don't like kimchi, then maybe put sauerkraut or something else. But yeah, the spicy probiotic kimchi on top of the avocado toast, freaking amazing. Okay, here we go. I'm having dinner, I'm drinking my cucumber juice, and eating my avocado toast recipe with my homemade kimchi on top. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome day and try some raspberry leaf tea. Even if you can't grow it yourself, you can get some online. I'll try to put some links in the description. So thank you for hanging with me today. I'm gonna enjoy my dinner. Okay, now we've come full circle with the raspberry leaf tea because I'm going to have it as my evening tea. So I'm just going to crumble some leaves into my little teapot. About a teaspoon works. I think I'm going to end up putting 2 teaspoons in here. That looks about right. And then I will just add some hot water. Perfect. I'm going to cover this, and I normally let it steep about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so it's done steeping. You can see it is kind of a green tea color. Whoa, almost missed it there. And I actually left it a little longer because I went to shower and forgot about it. So one of the great things about this is I mentioned it tastes mild, but it really seriously does not get bitter if you oversteep it, which is normally not the case with herbal teas, especially the super medicinal ones, normally have a really bitter flavor. And this has a light green tea color, and it does not get bitter if you oversteep it. So I can't recommend this enough. It's definitely my favorite herbal tea. So go ahead and give it a try. All right, that's it for me. See you guys next time.